Hello and welcome back to Dear Mum, I'm Done, the online agony aunt series where this mum gives you the best advice you can get on the net. Dave, pass us my Pinot Grigio. Yeah, I've left it over there. Not too early. Look, it's still only... Oh, blimey, that is early. All right, well, I just won't tell them what time I'm filming it. Make sure the telly's muted so you can't hear This Morning still on. You've got me, Miss Sofa, and a bottle of Barefoot Pinot Grigio. Do you know what I mean? Let's go for it. The style counsellor, she got in touch with me. She said, Dear Mum, I'm done. I can't cope with the noises my husband makes anymore. You know, like eating and breathing. Advice welcome. This one. It's like you can just hear the tone of voice that this was written in. There comes a time in your partner's life when they just start making noises. You know, the grunts, the groans. At home in my house with my Dave, honestly, the noises that man makes, you know, getting up from the sofa. Oh, sitting down on the sofa. He just constantly sounds like he's in pain. You know, sometimes I don't know whether to call him an ambulance or just call him a flaming idiot. At this point, I feel like I live in a wildlife documentary. You know, like something David Attenborough would do. Just watching Dave like, and here we have an elderly male, the lesser spotted lazy git, trying to lean over and tie his shoelaces. Yet notice the moans and groans he makes. It's somewhere between a sort of a moo and a battle cry. We just don't know if he's okay. Oh, and the heavy breathing. I mean, firstly, my Dave, he insists on breathing every single day. I've tried to compromise with him and say, like, can you just breathe every other day? It's no good. He won't go for it. But he breathes so heavy. Do you know what I mean? It's always like a proper... Do you know what I mean? We've had documents out on the table that have actually like moved in the breeze and like sucked towards him. Do you know what I mean? I've had to buy so many paperweights just to keep all my bills and everything safe. Sorry, I realise now I'm just ranting. This is like free therapy for me. Thank you all for listening. When my Dave sneezes, it actually measures on the Richter scale. The kids are like, is it an earthquake? And I'm like, no kids, your dad's got hay fever. Oh, don't even get me started on when he's chewing food, slapping his lips together. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like when you remove wet sandbags after a flood. Oh, and he slurps. Oh, let me tell you about him slurping. He's the only person I've ever heard that slurps and it sounds like someone's shoveling gravel. Don't. The other day I got excited. I thought he'd started work in the garden, you know what I mean? Doing the patio that needs doing. It wasn't. He had a cup of tea. Anyway, the style counsellor, sadly, there's not an awful lot you can do about these things, but I've got a few suggestions. I find get yourself a little water spray bottle. You know, like when you're training a cat to stop like bad behaviour, scratching things. Whenever they grunt or moan, just a little squirt just to make them aware that they're doing it. Also, stick a bit of shower gel in the spray bottle, doubles up as a shower. So, do you know what I mean? It is win-win. If you can't beat them, join them. Every time he grunts or makes a horrible sound, you've got to do one worse. Do you know what I mean? Scare it out of him. Be the bigger fish. You got to be king of the jungle. Do you know what I mean? Establish your dominance. The style counsellor, I hope that helps you, darling. That's all I've got time for this week on Dear Mum, I'm Done. If you need my advice, write to me in the comments, Dear Mum, I'm Done, and then your query, and I'll see what I can do.